Well, friends, it was only a matter of time before the wine business decided that they needed to get into the seltzer business because the seltzer business, it is what it is. And if this is not your first rodeo with me, you know how your girl feels about the seltzer business. It's stupid. It's yucky. I don't like any of them. I've literally had like one set of seltzers that I legitimately thought were good, and then there was that one flavored malt beverage that we don't talk about that's calling themselves a seltzer that actually tasted good, but defied all the rules of seltzers. Not gluten-free, not low calorie, not low sugar, not low carb. So of course it tasted yummy. It had stuff in it. Duh. Well, anyway, so now Barefoot has put out a line of seltzers, and they've got 4 flavors right now. So we have peach, strawberry, cherry, and pineapple. And because these ones are wine-based, there's a part of me that feels like they might taste a little bit better than their counterparts in the seltzer industry. But I'm just not convinced. I don't know. We're about to find out. Now, I will say, just like a quick disclaimer, you're gonna almost get yourselves fooled because these ones are 70 calories a serving. Well, that's because the serving size is a little bit smaller than your White Claws and Trulies of the world, where those ones are like a 12-ounce can. These ones are like 8.4. So yes, a serving size is 30 calories less than those other guys, but when you actually do that math, it's the same amount of calories per ounce. Now, I'm not a person who cares about that kind of thing, but if you are, just something to be aware of. No, these are no less calories. They are just the same amount of calories per ounce, just their cans are smaller. So there's that. As far as alcohol content, we're looking at 4%, so pretty average for most of your seltzers. But the same thing, like gluten-free, low sugar, all that jazz. I don't need to tell you guys these things. Like if you're doing seltzers, you already know. Like you already know all of the facts that you need to know about seltzers, and these fall right into those exact same things. Just these are wine-based. So let's check them out. I'm gonna go in this order. I'm gonna go peach, strawberry, cherry, pineapple, because in my head, I think that's the intensity level. Like I feel like these will be more mild and it'll get more intense as we go this direction. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started. And no, I'm not gonna put it in a glass. I'm gonna drink it straight from the can like God intended. There's a lot of peach flavor in the front, and it's kind of like weird. Okay, hold on, because a weird thing happened. So there was a lot of peach flavor in the front, and then it kind of fizzled out, but then in the finish, it kind of came back. It still has that, like, you know how people talk about that beer taste? Well, seltzers definitely have a seltzer taste, and that is definitely here. But the peach, it reminds me of, I don't even know if these things still exist, but I think they were called like Jumex or Jumenex. They're like a peach nectar in a can that you could just get in like the juice aisle, or sometimes in the like the import aisle, like where you have like Asian or Hispanic foods. You can find these like nectars in a can. So it has like a peach nectar flavor, which is actually, it's kind of nice. Overall, not terrible. So moving on, this one is the strawberry. These all actually do have secondary flavors. So this is like strawberry guava, but I was looking at their website, and when they talk about flavor profile, the supporting flavors tend to play a very minimal role. So I would not expect to get a lot of guava in this. Besides, guava is a very like, it's an easy to berry flavor. If it's not like a primary flavor, it's easy to lose it. So we'll just see. But I'm expecting to get mostly strawberry. This might be in the front anyway. Like, let's pretend like the middle and the finish don't exist. In the front, this might be the most natural strawberry flavor that I've ever tasted in like a seltzer, a beer, or even a wine if that wine was not actually made from strawberry but was like flavored as strawberry, if that makes sense. So like I've had wines that are made from just strawberry and they definitely tasted more like natural strawberry than this, but for what this is, this tastes amazingly natural in the front. And then you do get that like seltzer taste and the strawberry kind of fizzles out. And it's weird because I get guava in the aroma, but not at all in the flavor. Again, not terrible. All right, we're moving on to the cherry cranberry. This is actually the one that I was most excited for because I love cranberry. Now, because that is a supporting flavor, I assume that that means I'm not going to get a lot of cranberry in this. But if I do, I'm not going to be upset about it. Ooh, it smells real nice. Okay, weird. This one's weird. This one tastes like a cherry Jolly Rancher, but the cranberry is actually like, it's not predominant by any means, but it is there. Like you can taste it, but only for a split second. It is mostly cherry and it is specifically cherry Jolly Rancher. What has been so surprising about these so far is that most seltzers to me represent very, very dry. And I'm not saying that these ones are not dry because they are, but of all the seltzers I've ever had that were not natty light seltzers, these ones taste sweet, like in the front. They finish dry, but in the front there's a lot of like candy sweetness, or like just fruit sweetness. Like that strawberry tasted very like fresh strawberry, and then it dried out with that like seltzer dryness. All right, last one, pineapple passion fruit. So far, I'm pretty impressed with these as far as a seltzer is concerned. I will say that like the High Noon pineapple is probably my favorite out of those. If you haven't had the High Noons and you're after like a seltzer, I honestly think for like the seltzer game, they're probably one of the best. They're not technically a seltzer. They're a vodka soda, but same concept. Low calorie, low sugar, gluten-free. Those ones are all natural. So pineapple was definitely my favorite out of those. So since these ones have been pretty good, I'm hoping that this one will be pretty good. Oh my goodness. That is a very intense pineapple smell. Very intense. Oh my goodness, that is a very intense pineapple flavor. Was not expecting that. Oh my God. Okay, so this one is probably my favorite out of all of them. I'm so glad I saved this one for last. I didn't even know what I was getting myself into. This one, like with the strawberry, had a very like fresh taste to it. It tastes very much like fresh pineapple as opposed to like an artificial or a candied pineapple. It tastes very, very fresh, and then it like goes into that stereotypical like carbonated water flavor, which is that seltzer taste, where it becomes like a little muted and a little bland. But at first, that pineapple is so intense. It is so good. I'm sort of blown away. Like I'm actually really surprised. These might be the only seltzers that I've tried that I really like, except for the Wild Basins by Oscar Blues. Those ones were really good too. But for the most part, I mean, we've been playing the seltzer game for so long, and I'm just so over it. But this is tasty. I'm sad that it's only 4% alcohol. Like, maybe I'm just going to put some vodka in this and call it a mixer. But at the end of the day, this one's super, actually, they were all pretty good. This one's super tasty, and I would 100% drink this. So, final thoughts on these. These are really good. I liked them a lot. I wasn't expecting to like them. I was expecting to just be underwhelmed like I have been with all seltzers. Do I love them? No, but they're definitely drinkable and they're tasty. They're super tasty. If I had to like rank them in order of like which flavor I liked the best to which one I liked the least, pineapple was my favorite. Strawberry was a close second. And the reason for that is because of the fact that they tasted so fresh. And I definitely didn't expect that coming from Barefoot, of all places. I really would have thought that those were going to taste super artificial. So I was surprised. So I would definitely rank it. Pineapple is my number 1. Strawberry is my number 2. And then peach would be my number 3, with cherry being my number 4. And the reason for that would be because even though the flavor intensity of the cherry was so much more, it had that candy taste that I don't particularly like. And the peach one, even though the flavor was more mild, tasted more natural. So it really just kind of depends on what you're looking for. If you like that kind of like Jolly Rancher, like candy flavor, then you might like the cherry better than I did. I'm not saying I didn't like it. I'm just saying that it was the least favorite out of the 4 flavors that I tried. All in all, I thought these were really good, especially for what they are. I've been so disappointed in seltzers. I've had so few seltzers that I actually liked. These ones kind of stand up, and the flavors in them, even though they do kind of give way to that just sort of bland, like, I'm drinking soda water, their flavors linger a lot longer than other seltzers that I've had. So I'm impressed. Man, if you like Barefoot wines and you like seltzers, or even if you don't like Barefoot wines but you like seltzers, you should probably give these a try. Because honestly, they're a hell of a lot better than Truly, and they're a hell of a lot better than White Claw. So if you guys are drinking those, give these a throw. They're a little bit more expensive than Truly and White Claw, but I think it's like 100% worth it. So take it or leave it. That's my opinion on these new Barefoot hard seltzers. Thanks.